Hey guys, and welcome back to my City Builders channel here on YouTube. I'm Ben, and today I'm back again in my city of Springvalley. So I want to give you a quick recap of the last episode. I think the main improvement to my traffic flow and to my city in general is that I introduced like another on and off ramp, not really an on and off ramp, but more like an intersection between my main arterial roads to the highway. So I added one connection here in the west of the town, in the east of the town, I'm sorry, because previously I only had this major intersection here, and here an off ramp and an on ramp, and the same here, two on ramps only for the industrial traffic, or most likely only for the industrial traffic. And what I experienced like in those quarters here was a massive amount of traffic piling up. So I decided to go for another way into my town, into my city here, because we are growing pretty quickly recently. Like the houses are getting bigger. As you can see, I have my first more or less high rises here, which is nice to see. So some residential high rises, but also commercial high density and low density buildings here. And the thing is, in this episode, like I received one comment from Ray, one of my YouTube followers here, and he recommended, why not, or he suggested, why not adding in a new park here, so next to the river. So I decided to go for it because I think actually it's a nice addition to the whole town in the end. And what I want to do now in this episode is, on the one hand, creating a beautiful park here. One bike and path. It's not specifically a bike path, but a park path over there to my town, so that we have one straight connection from like this park to over here. And the other thing I wanted to do is add in my first public transport in the form of buses to my town. And I assume already now that this strip of commercials is becoming a high traffic thing later on. So I might have to like change the pattern that I'm currently following, because let me quickly show you, like the zoning here, it's all commercial, and maybe I should go back to more residential zones here, because obviously a huge strip of commercial that would go up until here, this will cause later on massive traffic issues. But now without any further ado, let me get started with laying out this new park here. So first of all, I'm deleting one part of Brook Street. It no longer exists, and I want to start zoning out a new park area to make sure that I'm all set for future development. And I'm also making sure to include the shoreline of the river to that park area. And I think Butler Park will also extend alongside the river here, because I want to be able to lay down a nice path that people can follow either with their bikes or on foot, to walk along the river, but also to connect to this part of town here. So I think here I want to place the entrance. Classic. Wow. I want to place the entrance, another entrance of the park, to the park over there, just to make sure that people can connect all the way alongside the river. I think this would be a great addition to this city. And yeah, I think we're pretty much set for now. That all looks good. And now let's get started. So for those of you who haven't that much experience with laying out parks, you have basically two options that you always need. Either it's the park main gate, it's the larger version, but also a small park main gate. This doesn't include a parking lot. This includes a parking lot. So since this will be quite a huge park, I'm going for the bigger main gate, and from then on you can only use obviously park side gates. So I'm setting up my side gates now, and also one over there, just to make sure that people can connect, get into the park, get out of the park, if they want to, as easy as possible. And now, like, I'm leading this path. I think I should go for this. Alongside the river. And of course, as you can see, there will be like some steep cliffs in the long run, but that's fine for me, because I want to introduce later on some kais to it as well, to make sure that it looks as beautiful as possible. And what I'm doing here now is I want to add in one pathway along the river so that I can place my first what are they called? I'm sorry. Like my first piers here, and I think I'm going for it right now. Maybe I just have two of those. It will definitely be a nice addition to the park. Then I'm going back to laying down like a very straight walkways here. And I think you can even include something like this here, like a path that stops here, because this will allow me later on to, or not even later on, but right now it will allow me to set down maybe two nice gazebos here on a small cliff. Then I'm obviously going for, not really obviously, but when I introduce two of those park plazas, I want to have one restroom at each park entry. So another one over there. And maybe also an info booth, because we should be able to put that in here. One info booth there. One info booth over here. And then I always love to see park cafes in a park. And then a few more gazebos, I think it will be. Also here, some to let people or give people the opportunity to rest for a little bit while they are taking this long stroll. So that's always good to have. Is there a restroom? Yeah, and an info booth. That's fine. And yeah, something I just recently learned from someone playing City Skylines here on YouTube as well is that you can actually replace the trees on pathways but also on roads. So you just have to choose your favorite tree and then put down, like make a left click, and I think you don't even have to pay for that change. So that's it. So I'm replacing all of those trees alongside the river because, in my opinion, those oak trees, they look way more beautiful than regular trees that come as a standard with the game. So I'm replacing all of those. So found everything. And to keep things a bit more realistic, this is also something I love to do, or I like to do, is putting up some fences, because obviously you wouldn't necessarily get into a park that easily. But I'm just fencing in like those parts that are close to a road. Changing this here. That's fine. And this should be good as well. So that looks realistic enough for me, and now I'm using the Forest Brush Revisited mod. It's it's a very helpful tool to add in a lot more trees in bulk to a specific area. I'm adding in more trees here just to seclude it a little bit from the residential zone. So that looks nice and beautiful. And at a later stage I will also make sure to add the case in. Good stuff. So I'll let the game run for a little bit to see how much the entertainment level is good. The problem that I'm having now is that I do not yet have enough buildings here. But I'm wondering, I probably can wait for this. So I'm letting the game run, because soon I assume those residential zones will fill up with new houses. And then this should solve anyway the problem that I'm currently having with no power supplies for my park. Yeah, as you can see now it's solved, because the next residential building is here. So now I'm checking. I want to raise the ticket price by a little up to 13. It's already profitable. I want to make this a main park and also ask for fines for fireworks. And since this here is my first park, I also want to create a main park here. This has some more or less positive effect on like the tourist situation. So when people come to the city, they most likely visit one of those main parks instead of other parks. So that's all upgrading, and I think, let me check this quickly. I also think that the level of park supplies, yeah, it's significantly increased across the shoreline. I only have one issue here with not offering enough parks, and also over there, but the rest looks very, very good except for Sherry District. But since that is a pure industrial zone, I'm not very much bothered by it. So now we can wait for people to visit this park. That's a little doggy. Okay, the park just upgraded. What kind of doggy is that? Sweet. Sweet. Nice. Yeah, so this looks really beautiful, and I think it should give us a lot of benefit with the future development. And the next thing I want to do is add some city services, some additional ones to my town. So I'm using that road to connect, and I need, on the one hand, the road maintenance depot, I think it's called, as a new building. This can cut the power lines, that's fine. And I want to introduce my biofuel bus depot. So some of you might think, why isn't he going for the regular bus depot? The thing is, I only want to run biofuel bus lines, but this has a downside. So the costs are higher, the initial investment is higher, but the good thing is, by introducing this biofuel bus depot, I significantly reduce the noise level in the downtown area, because all the buses coming into the city or driving around in the city will be a lot quieter, because they are driven by biofuel and not by regular gasoline. So I definitely prefer that. And to get started, the first line I'm introducing will be the college line, and I will try to follow a specific pattern here, and I can quickly explain to you what I'm doing. So I'm not placing bus stops too close to each other, because I know that my citizens, they are willing to walk quite a bit to the next bus station. So there's no reason to include a bus station in every single block. and they will all like benefit from it. Even those three, I would say they're a bit too close. So I created the clockwise bus line first, and then I'm adding in a counterclockwise line here as well, because I want to make sure that people are getting to their destination as quickly as possible. And what I experienced, and I think you will see it in a second as soon as we have a look at the bus stations themselves. Like if I'm checking this now, there's a bus station, people come in, and I think soon we'll see a huge line of people waiting here. As you can see, it's growing. No bus has arrived yet. And since it's the college area, I expect a lot of people to come into that area. So what I'm introducing as well, and I can highly recommend you doing that, especially when you use those more eco-friendly buses. So that's the clockwise. Call this quickly college line clockwise. And college line counterclockwise. So I have 7 stops, 6 vehicles. But I already know, like from experience, that I will need more buses, more vehicles. So I'm changing that here as well up to 150 something percent, so that I have 10 vehicles in the end for each bus line, because you can see there are already 48 waiting, no empty buses, or only just a few empty buses. Yeah, and I want to make sure that everyone's covered here. As you can see, people are piling up. They are using this bus line. So for this episode, I also want to wait a little bit because I think either Evergreen Grounds or Oak Park, they should be close to becoming a level 4 park, or Foggy Gardens, I think actually. Yeah, we are very, very close to it, so I'm speeding things up. Yeah, not necessary, but we'll be close to a level 4 park, which is amazing. And then I can also use, okay, we have a trash problem. Garbage has piled up, so I'm having a look at the garbage processing, still in the greens. That still looks good. I think it just takes the vehicles a while to get there and to pick up the garbage, like from every part, in every part of my town. Okay, I need more schools, so what I will do is adding in that would be a nice spot. One elementary school here. Now I got those climbing frames. This is good for kids. So let's add some of those to the big park here. there, and another one over here, I'd say. So where did I stop with schools? I need some high school. That improves the high school level, hopefully significantly. I'm wondering where the other high school is. There's one, there's one, there's one. So I could need maybe a high school that sits right on the college campus. So I'm putting it down here and then moving it just by a little with the help of the Move It mod. Can I also add in an elementary school here? Would that make sense? No, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah. Public library is also needed in that area. Okay, that's good. Looking good for now. Modern Technology Institute. Well, I don't want to place that down yet. Checking my health services. And that would be a nice spot for putting down a new elder care. And also a new childcare center. And now I'm adding in some saunas as well, just to keep citizens happy and warm and comfortable. Okay, I already got some here. Yeah, no need yet for another sauna. Fire is okayish, except for over here. I need a fire department. And what about police? That would be worth having another police station here. And then we are again in the education parts here. The water looks good everywhere. Water supplies are also good. Well, I could use another water tower. That should keep things perfect. Sewage treatment. And connecting that up to that line here, so everything should be fine there. Like garbage. Yeah, we have this pick up issue here somehow. Because I know they can't travel. No, I don't want to have that. What about a stock exchange? Yeah, that's nice. It's a good, like a nice landmark here. And I don't want to add any like huge landmarks yet. It's too early in the game to do that. My city hasn't developed yet as much as I would like to have it. Yeah, I don't want to put any of those in there yet. Good, amazing. I think that was a quick and short episode for now. So to give you a quick recap before I'm ending this, so I added in this park area here and also a pathway along the river. I still have to take care of the kais coming in. As you can see, the river gets sometimes really close here. But I think that wave, like it wanders down the river, so it will be good in a while. But still, I should have some guys just to make sure that I'm not running into any issues. The other thing I did, I introduced a bus depot here and a road maintenance building here to keep everything nice and tidy in the future. I have the stock exchange here. It's a new building, a new addition to my town that will hopefully significantly improve the commercial part here. And yeah, I think that's almost about it. I added in some more city services like a fire department, police department, school. So we are all set, I think, for this episode. And yeah, I would like to thank you for joining me again, this time here on my City Builders channel on YouTube. I'm Ben, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed to me yet or followed me yet, I would be very happy if you did so. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see in the next episode or in one of the next episodes. And yeah, thanks for leaving me a like. As always, highly appreciated because it keeps me going. Thank you. Have a good day and see you soon. Bye bye.